Hi, guys. Welcome back to Delusional Diaries Podcast. I'm Hallie.
And I'm Jazz.
And how are you, Jazz, today?
Guys, I've been cleaning this podcast room the entire day since I woke up this morning.
I have literally, since you moved in here, and I don't even know if it was that clean when you moved in here, I've never seen it this clean.
Yeah.
Usually it's like a storage unit, which I totally get.
No, it literally has been for like so much shit.
Yeah.
Well, it got really hard because I was gone so much. Like when I would get packages, like they would just go, like all the PR would just like go in here.
Yeah.
And I never like got to organize it or to go through it. And I finally did all that today.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I feel like I have a good system in place now and I feel good about it.
Yeah. Did it, like, because Kevin was gone, did you feel like you needed to, like, do something or just, like...
I've been meaning to do this. I haven't had time.
Yeah. Okay.
Like when I've been home, like, we've been catching up on, like, the wedding, like, doing the wedding and save the dates and that shit kind of shit. Like, we just haven't... And it was, like, all my stuff, not his stuff.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
Yeah, Kevin's golfing in Pennsylvania today. So
Fun.
He left me yesterday. Just sleeping with the dogs.
I'm like a little hot in here.
Really?
It's okay though.
I guess that door normally is open.
It's okay. Today I went to Core Power Yoga. I think last time I went, I got like extremely scarred because I'm gonna be honest. Last time I was there, love your Core Power. Like it was so hot in there, I actually could not breathe, and it was like not. I feel like I didn't even get a good workout because I literally could barely, like, I'm not kidding. If they were like squat, I would go down 1 inch because I was like, I cannot breathe right now. But so I don't know. And then I kind of got in my head like, oh, that's how all Core Power classes are. I think that one was just an anomaly where it was like extremely hot on accident because we went today and I was like, oh, it's like chilly in here. It was like literally 92 degrees, but like it felt like not that hot. But it was good. I ran into Danielle, Alexa's sister. Redhead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She was there also. She took the same class, which was funny. And then I brought Reed for the first time to Core Power. And I was like it makes me laugh because, like, you know, I feel like when Reed goes to the gym all the time, and I'm sure he's like, I mean, from what I've seen he does at the gym, he like sprints 2 miles and then gets off and like just does like a bunch of heavy fucking weights. And that's his workout. So it's like funny because Core Power is almost opposite where it's very like slow and you like do things for a long time and it's low weight. And like he was fucking quaking by the end. It was like actually so funny. He was like in a lunge at one point and he like fell over. And he was like so sweaty. So was I, obviously. But I asked him if he would go back. He was like, that was really hard. Like, I would only be able to do that maybe like once a month. I was like, damn. Like, Danielle and Bridget are out here doing that like every single fucking day.
Yeah, I've never done Core Power before. I did that. I did hot yoga. What was like hot Pilates, hot yoga? I don't even remember. It was like some like small studio I went to.
Y3.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
I did that, whatever that is. I did that like I used to have a membership there. I went like probably 6 times.
Yeah,
Did not get my money's worth out of that membership, but I was like thinking I might. But then it was like messing with my hair washing schedule, and like that's why I was like I can't commit to things that mess with my hair washing schedule. Like which is why I like when we went to New York Pilates or like solid core, it's like I don't get that sweaty to where it messes with my hair washing schedule.
Completely agree. I think that like I do not understand truly how Danielle would Felong, Bridget, Acquired Styles, sister, twin, whatever.
Blonde, skinny, pretty,
you know,
gorgeous,
pretty,
fun.
You're skinny, you're blonde,
Outfits,
you're pretty.
eating.
You think nobody at school hates you? Anyway.
Well, do I have news for you?
Yeah. She would like posted that she would do that like every day before the office at like 5 a.m., which is insane to me because one, like obviously I have like a more flexible schedule where I have obviously things to do in the day, but if it gets started a little bit later, like whatever, I can make that work. I still could not make Core Power fit into my schedule every single day because to go there and like it's an hour-long workout and you're so sweaty. Like I need like an hour to recover after. I'm so red. My hair, like to have to wash my hair every day. Fuck no. So I think for me, Core Power is like once a week, like a Saturday where I have 3 hours to just blow on it, you know?
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I like in New York Pilates, like I'm like out the door and home within like an hour-ish because it's only a 45-minute workout. And obviously like I usually do shower after, but you don't really have to. I know might sound gross.
But you don't really sweat. No.
You don't sweat at all. For the most part, because it's like the second you start to like your muscles just burning, but you're not like sweating.
You're burning on the inside, not the outside.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so that was that. And then I just went to the Tox and got a lymphatic drainage massage. And again, like the last time I went to the Tox, like if you don't know, lymphatic drainage massage is so fucking painful because they're like pushing in, like getting all, I don't even know how it works. So Google it, whatever. But it's supposed to like drain you of all your toxins. And so they like push so hard and it's not that bad. Like even on your legs, it like fucking hurts, but you're like, this is bearable. The stomach is like almost unbearable because it's like they're pushing so hard. Imagine somebody coming up on your stomach and just like pushing. Oh my God. But today actually, again, wasn't that bad. Like I felt like she was doing a good job or she was like draining me of my toxins, but I didn't feel like I'm about to fucking die right now. So overall, pretty good experiences today. Now I'm here.
And it's all downhill.
No, I will say the one bad experience I had today. I got a new razor and like I shave every time I get in the shower. I like forgot a razor since I've been here. So I haven't shaved in like 4 days, which for me, I feel like very hairy, like whatever. So I'm like going to town on my armpit. I'm like I can feel the armpit hair, which usually I can't. And so I was like just going very hard. And I accidentally, I don't know how, I like missed. And I just like cut the shit out of my like the weirdest place ever to get a cut. Like it's like my back, like boob side, like, you know, like right around, I don't know, on my literal back. Like, I don't know. Can you see? It's like small. It's not a big deal, but it fucking stung so bad.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And I got blood on my set because it kept dripping and didn't have a Band-Aid at his apartment. So
okay, ketchup and mustard.
Yeah, literally. So that was my one downfall today.
My downfall today, my pit is I ordered IHOP this morning. I really wanted IHOP. I woke up just like wanting a chicken fried steak. If you guys know me, and you probably know that I really enjoy IHOP. I really do, genuinely, to my core. Ordered my chicken fried steak, which by the way comes with gravy. Like that's what like is on the chicken fried steak. And like I dip my hash browns in, I dip my toast. Like that's like necessary for the meal. Like it comes with gravy. No gravy.
No.
Couldn't eat my breakfast.
You didn't eat it at all.
You can't eat it without sauce.
No, I get it. Like I'm that
It's
way.
not like having fries without ketchup. It's like having like a salad without lettuce.
Yeah.
Like it's essential to the meal.
Okay, I got you. No, I feel that way too. I'm like a huge sauce girl. I've realized I just don't like things that are almost, I feel like we have opposite where I don't like things that are plain at all. Like I genuinely do not think that like bread itself, like I cannot just eat a piece of bread with no anything on it because I need more flavor than that. The same way I don't like a fry just on its own. You know, when you just like are like grabbing some fries it like before you get home or something and there's like no ketchup with it or whatever. I will never do that because I genuinely don't think a fry tastes good. But give me some fucking ketchup, some fucking like honey mustard, whatever that is. I'm like dunking that like where you can't even see the fry anymore. And that's what I think. I literally just think the ketchup tastes good and it's a vessel to get that in my mouth. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Or like bread, like again, a sandwich. I need like a very thin bread with like a fuck ton of stuff in the sandwich, like a tuna cotto. I just had one from Joe and the Juice. That's why I love them, because they're really, really thin, the bread. And then you get like all the flavor of like spicy, or I had a spicy tuna, whatever, it doesn't matter, but like the jalapeno and stuff. And it's really good.
I would never eat that, but I love that for you. We have very opposites when it comes to food, I feel like.
But I understand what you're saying, where it's like if I ordered something and like fries and like they gave me no ketchup, like I literally couldn't eat them because it would. I know that you said it's not the same thing, but like to me, that's what I equate it to.
Okay. Yeah. But it was unfortunate, but it's like no big deal.
What'd you have instead?
Water.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
I had Crystal Light.
Oh.
Well, I just like, I ate my hash browns with some salt and ketchup, but like it just wasn't like I had like a whole meal planned out in my head.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but no big deal.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to ask, I feel like every time we just talk about like something that's going on TikTok, but this is the current TikTok drama. Have you seen the Ballerina Farm stuff? Mm-hmm. How do you feel? Let's give a little bit of context. Do you have any? Or
you give the context.
Basically, go look it up on TikTok before I say whatever, just because I could be a little bit off on some details. But I guess some magazine wrote an article about Ballerina Farm on TikTok.
And they like shadowed her family for like a day or whatever.
Yeah. And she has a husband. Her name's Hannah, I believe. And then they have a lot of kids.
I think they have like six or eight.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
An even number, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway. And you give the rest of the context.
Basically, like they wrote an article, and I think it was supposed to be I think I don't think she would have agreed to it had she known the article was going to be what it was. But it's basically opening up how her husband is like controlling and like her life sucks, and she like gave up all of her dreams, and her husband controls her life basically.
That is unfortunate. If I don't know, again, if that really is the actual facts and that's how her life is and she is being abused or controlled and she really did give up everything and, you know, is in some sort of manipulative, toxic situation, that's obviously really unfortunate. But it's obviously unfortunate if that's not necessarily the case and that's how the article got spun and you agree to something and then you're like, holy fucking shit, that's not the narrative that I thought they were going to take at all. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's also like everyone's analyzing, including us, obviously. Like, if things are good or bad, or like feeling bad for her, or people like being on the opposite end, not feeling bad for her. But then again, like we don't know shit. Like we don't know shit. Like we know like things we see, and everyone has their own opinions based off of that. But there's so much we don't see, and she might be just like chilling, having a good time. Like, did I think it was fucking shitty that her husband got her an egg apron, instead of getting her a trip to Greece like she wanted when her husband family literally owns JetBlue? Yeah, that was shitty to me. Like, maybe she wasn't disappointed at all. Like, I don't know her truth.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously we have no idea. I also do think it's a little bit interesting the way the internet's taken to this. It's almost giving a little bit, again, I want to say, please don't take what I'm saying. If she really is in some abusive, horrible relationship and he is like emotionally abusing her, verbally manipulating, whatever the situation is, obviously I don't mean this, but it is like so odd where everyone feels so bad for her that she gave up her dream to be a ballerina, and it's almost giving kind of like missing white woman syndrome where everyone is like so upset for her or whatever, and it's like maybe that was just a fucking choice she made, and like why are we acting like this is the end of the world? Like if she chose that too, to go have this farm, that's on her. Why are we sitting there being like, this is so upsetting? Like there's actual people.
But like there's like moms who give up their dreams every single day to do things. Yeah. And like I just didn't think like the giving up being a ballerina was the issue, like that we should be focusing on. If we need to focus on something, it shouldn't be that part of the whole situation. There's so many other things we could care about a little bit more.
Completely agree. I don't know. Yeah.
But,
it's interesting.
You know, it's Saturday. I asked for a bunch of questions on the podcast Instagram. So I guess you can just go through some of them.
Yeah. I also had a couple other things written down.
Okay.
But
you go ahead. We're also both, this is not an ad, but we both have Jenna Palek's.
It's not Jenna Palek. Oh.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I thought you were saying our outfits.
No.
Oh,
I was like,
you're right.
Okay. I'm like, I'm bad at names, but for once I know what I'm talking about.
No, we're wearing Ella Rose's set. That's what I thought she was talking about.
Daily Drills, but both of our phone cases are both the Casely collab that Jenna Palek did. So I just thought that was funny.
That is funny. Anyway, I was going to say, two questions. The Olympics are going on right now, obviously.
Guys, I love the Olympics. I actually woke up crying this morning because I will never... a couple of things, actually. So, love the Olympics, obviously. Although it doesn't hit like it did when I was like in elementary school and there was like no social media and like no phones and shit. I was just like staying up till 4 a.m, like watching shit happen like live. You know, like that was such a good time in my life. I really do miss that kind of thing. But all these athletes, like whenever they do like these like videos of these athletes watching themselves back when they were like at their very first Olympics. And like, their parents are like talking, and like I saw one this morning of like the diver who like knits.
Tom Daley?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was talking, and his father passed away, and it was a video from his very first Olympics when he was like 13, and he was like watching it back. He was talking about how he was like so excited, and his dad was like, my entire life is diving, and he had like a whole room like with all the stats and everything, and he was like, I hope he like didn't regret like giving up his life and like working so hard to like get me to my dream, and he like never got to see me win a medal or meet my kids, and I was just like. Just bawling my eyes out in bed this morning. it was just like so sad. That I watched another one of this woman who was like a ping pong champ growing up, and then they changed the paddles to be different colors, and like they'd use it to like psych out the opponents. So you had to have a double-sided paddle with different colors. And she had only trained with the one, and she just couldn't figure it out. Then she like moved, gave up her dream. Then during COVID, she started picking it up as a hobby again. Now she's like 58 years old, and she's in the Olympics again for ping pong. She's like #1 in the world. It was just like such a sweet thing. And then I was watching all the videos, people like during the opening ceremony, and how like some countries only had like one person, and they're like holding the flag by themselves.
Oh my god, yeah, I think it was Belize. I think
no, but there's so many. Yeah, there's so many. And then I watched another one of like, it was like an old video from the previous Olympics. I'm just on Olympic TikTok, you know, and it's just like girl trying to like win diving because like she needs money for her mom's surgery, and like I just had an emotional time on my timeline.
It is like, because I think that is like, so that's why I love the Olympics, because that's like people that have worked their whole life for something, and it's like actually paying off. Because like I feel like anybody who was an athlete growing up could relate to that in some sense, and that's why I like quit softball. I think about, because I was like, there's no Olympic softball at the time. There's no Olympic softball. There's not, but there was like a long time ago. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I was like, the most you can do with this would be like go to college and get a scholarship, and that's not even what I wanted to do with my life. So I quit. But it like, I do look back, I'm like, oh, I miss that. Sometimes they're like just being a part of something or playing like and being good at something. And
I was also crying at like them all getting like, there was like some video of them showing their tattoos, and like everyone who's in Olympics, I swear, has an Olympic tattoo. Like just the passion and drive that people have to like put their bodies through all this stuff like day in, day out, to do it multiple Olympics, like working for 4 years to hopefully reach that same level again is just like insane. Because a lot of these like some sports and stuff like don't have like their things throughout the entire, you know what I'm saying? They're like their thing is the Olympics. And I was also like really sad because Flavor Flav, you know, my guy, if you guys know the cruise story, I played blackjack with him. He's sponsoring the women's polo team. He's like very big like girl dad, and like really trying to help support women's sports. Only celebrity sponsor of like a team, because like they all have like 4 or 5 jobs of water polo team, and he like went out there and played with them, and he's like rooting them on, and it's just really nice to see like someone put their money where their mouth is and like support like women.
It's also literally, and it's just cool to like think somebody's the best in the world at something. Yeah, like that's Sha'Carri Richardson. I love her so much.
Love the comeback.
Did you see she was, I don't know when it was. I've gotten most of my Olympic content from my For You page, so I don't know when, but she like literally threw her wig off like 2 seconds before she ran, and then she ran and she just like beat everybody. And that's why I do agree with you where the Olympics hit, like when you got to only watch it on there and you actually had to watch it on TV.
Like you couldn't record it and shit.
So I do agree, but at the same time, I love the edits people make. They'll make
100%.
Like a hardcore
There's
one
pros
to like
and cons to
Travis
both,
Scott
obviously.
Music and stuff, and it's like the Olympic. I think it was the trials, but it was like the 4x4 relay for women, and like they was just like the sickest edit I've ever seen. I was like,
I love people who do edits. Like they're really carrying the world in the back. I swear, like I want them to know I appreciate them for real. Like that takes a lot of time and effort that I would personally never have.
Completely.
But I genuinely really, really do enjoy them. Also with the Olympics, I love a comeback story.
Yeah.
Like I was watching like the Olympic trials, and there's this one girl who like last year like tore like so much shit, and she had like crazy like really worked through her recovery, and she like is like having a great like whatever. And I'm excited to see her like one track is like doing all of that stuff. Yeah. So I just love the backstory of stuff. Like, the backstory like obviously makes you like be more into things as they're happening, and I just really respect like the work ethic that everyone has.
I also I completely agree. I also loved that the US like flag holders or whatever were LeBron James and Coco Gauff. That's so fucking funny.
And she's like, I'm with LeBron James
on like on TikTok. He's like, what's up TikTok? I'm like, that's such a like mind fuck of like LeBron James on TikTok with Coco Gauff. Like so funny.
I'm also very excited for the US Open.
Oh yes, for sure.
It's soon,
obviously. I also was gonna say, what I think arguably the best Olympic sports. Well, tennis is. This is the first time tennis has been in the Olympics. Was it? I don't think it was in 20.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't into tennis until I wasn't into tennis at the last Olympics. Like that time of life, I got into tennis after that year.
Me neither, but I really don't think that they had tennis.
No, probably wasn't. I'm saying I wouldn't know because I wasn't into it at that point. I wasn't either.
So obviously, if I'm wrong, whatever.
I'm a newbie. Well, not that new, but like newer.
Yeah. This will be our third year going to the U.S. Open,
Yep.
which is fun.
I really hope I'm in Breakpoint again. I hope they put it. There's
Yeah.
another season. I don't know if there is another season or not. If they're filming one, but like, I hope I'm in it again because we were in it the first year.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it was us if you didn't know and we didn't point it out to you, but I know it was us.
That's so funny that you saw us in it. I haven't actually watched that show yet, but
I love that show.
I was going to say,
Top sports.
I think the top sports, obviously tennis is cool, but I don't feel like tennis is as like, I'll watch it, but it's not as special to me because I'm just like, okay, there's Wimbledon, there's other things, but like gymnastics is like number one because I feel like that's the only time I would ever watch gymnastics is obviously in the Olympics. I'm not going to just like turn on a gymnastics match.
Meet?
What?
A meet? A gymnastics
Meet? Whatever. Yeah, sorry. I don't know the word. And I think swimming. Because again, they're like more special where you don't watch that all year round, and or like whenever. Literally, the only time I watch it is the Olympics. But I just think like Katie Ledecky, and everybody is, and I miss Michael Phelps in the Olympics. That was just like, sick.
He was. Yeah, that was a great time.
But anyway, the whole point of that combo was I was going to say if you right now in 2028, like the next Olympics, if you. What would you
How
think?
to get good at a sport?
What would it be? Like, what do you think your best shot would be?
I honestly have to look through all the sports that are in the Olympics.
Yeah. I feel like I could see you doing like ping pong, honestly.
That's actually what I said in the back of my mind. I'm not kidding. I swear to God. Because I used to fuck up some table tennis and I would have to really commit, obviously. That's like, but like 4 years, like, could I get there? Possibly. Who's to say?
Yeah. You never know until you try.
But also, I kind of want to say archery.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that's in the Olympics. I'm pretty sure it is.
I think it is.
And I, back in the day, used to be pretty decent. I never competed in anything because I didn't have that desire in life. But like, I did like to fuck shit up and I still can.
Okay. Period.
So like maybe that. If I practice enough, maybe.
If you could just do any sport in the Olympics, like obviously, like if you could just right now get the power to be good at any sport, what would you pick to be in the Olympics?
Okay. So the thing is, a couple of reasons for both things. First instinct is to say swimming because I love watching it. But I don't want to do that to my hair. So not for me. Second, I would say gymnastics, but I'm so afraid of getting injured.
Yeah.
That I think if I could, in this dream scenario, get rid of that fear, that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think I would pick swimming I think I might pick swimming. I swam growing up a lot. So I feel like I would pick that, obviously. I feel like I've already got a little bit of skill there, so I could, boost it.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Well, I just think, it'd be sick to just... I think also...
I just wish I had talent.
I think that gymnastics, it's a little bit more like you have to wait to see like what the judges say about your like whatever. And I think I would like the like you tap the ball and you turn and you're like, yeah, I fucking won. Like when I saw a video of Katie Ledecky, obviously with the more short distance races, it's like you're like literally within a stroke of somebody winning, but like Katie Ledecky did the 1500 and she won by 20 seconds. Like imagine winning
being
by 20 seconds.
That much better than everyone else.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You know what I really do enjoy watching is the horses. I would actually like to be really good at that. That'd be cool.
The horses? Oh, like
there's
equestrians?
There's so many equestrian events.
Reed just told me, he's like, oh, my dad's cousin, which I guess that would make him somehow related to Reed.
Yes. I don't know.
Like,
that.
it's I think that's like a third cousin removed or whatever. But
I don't think there's removal.
I think, what does removed mean?
Like when isn't that like when someone like gets divorced from someone or something?
No. I do not think so. I think it's like the way that you're connected. I'm pretty sure. I don't think.
No, I'm probably wrong, but I feel like I saw someone like talking about that on TikTok once, like in their story time, like, oh, like my cousin removed, like they got a divorce. That's what they said in their story time, and I've taken it as truth. That's the problem with the internet these days, kids. Is you see one thing on social media and that's your truth when someone else brings it up.
Wait, either you're right and I've thought something.
No, I took what someone said in the story time and took it as fact.
I'm pretty sure that's not how
Let
it
me
works,
look it up.
Maybe I'm gaslighting you. I don't know.
No, you're probably right. I just like, I'm Googling it. A removed cousin is someone who is on a different generation line from you.
Yeah, so it's still blood. Like you're not.
News to me.
It's not divorce. Oh my God. Imagine like calling like like me and Reed break up. It's like he's her cousin removed, like or whatever, because he just broke up. Okay, sorry. Anyway, Reed told me like his dad's cousin is an equestrian in the Olympics.
Really?
Yeah, thought that was interesting.
Can I get some tickets?
Yeah, I know, literally.
For real.
So that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Oh, what was I going to say? I was going to say something else about the Olympics. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think last thing I'll say about the Olympics, then we beat this topic into the ground, but it would like suck to be in a category where somebody just dominates and you actually have no shot of winning. Because you know, where some it's like, oh, maybe who's going to win. Yeah. It's like in gymnastics, like you just be like, you know that
you're competing for second.
For second.
Yeah.
And that's really like first because Simone Biles is so like up
in
there
her own
that
world.
It's just like, okay, I won. That's how I would feel.
No, 100%.
If I got second. Or like again, like swimming, Katie Ledecky or Michael Phelps, whoever. That'd be crazy. Reed and I applied for an apartment, which is really exciting. We kind of just applied though. Like basically we saw this apartment and it was really nice. Like I loved it. And I was fine with the rent. Like obviously the rent's a little bit high, but I was like, it's okay. It's like office, it's a workspace. It's for my job also. So whatever. But then I just cannot stand a broker's fee. I get it. Brokers have to make money. Like it's whatever. But at some point you're like, okay, this is so insane. From what I remember when I was first getting apartments when I lived in the city, the broker's fees were always at every apartment I looked at, like first month's rent. Like you would pay your first month's rent to the broker on top of also paying your first month's rent and then paying a security deposit. So you're paying your first month's rent like 3 times basically, which was ass, but like you're getting the security deposit back, whatever. Now it's all like 15 to 20% of the first year annual. So it is just so much money and it's so disgusting. And it's unfortunate because obviously like I really like a weird, quirky apartment. I don't want to live in like like this apartment obviously is so fucking nice and I do really love it. But I like weird shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, because in a building like that's really nice and modern like this, you typically don't have to pay a broker's fee because they have a lot of in-house like stuff where like, I don't know how that works, but in modern buildings, you typically don't have to pay a broker's fee from what I've experienced. Why are you staring at me like this?
I'm just
okay. But it's so annoying because I like these weird, like inherently worse apartments, but they're all like walk-ups that are quirky and like I want to have an outdoor space. So you have these weird backyards and everything's just fucking weird here in New York. Okay, it's a different ballgame. But every single one of them has a broker's fee. So I'm kind of like narrowing down, like, am I going to pay a broker's fee? Am I not? If I have to pay a broker's fee, what can I get it down to? So I saw this apartment. I absolutely loved it. Would have happily like got it. But I was just like, the broker's fee was so insane. I couldn't do it. So then the broker messaged me and was like, hey, are you going to apply? And I was like, no, sorry. The broker's fee is just too much like for what I'm looking for. I'm going to try to find somewhere with a lower one or no fee. And then she's like, let's make something work. So she was like really negotiating with me. Okay. And I felt like good because I've never done that in an apartment before. Like I've said, usually I'm like, oh, okay, whatever you want. Because I like need somewhere to fucking live. Yeah. So I applied. She said that it was a whole mess. I had to get, of course, this always happens. I had to get a letter from my CPA, like stating my income or whatever. And because I am self-employed, I don't have a letter of employment. And of course, I like message my accountant. I'm like, hey, could you please send me? He's like, I am camping in the woods and I have no service. And he literally today he's like, I got service. Like, here you go. He like sent me it. I was like, you're a king. I love you so much. Thank you. And then I sent that over to her and she said that we'll know by tomorrow afternoon. It's not binding. So I'm going to kind of see what ends up happening. And if I'm feeling it tomorrow and the numbers all work out and stuff, because they lowered the rent and stuff too when she was negotiating with me, then that's great. Obviously, if they come back and are like, you have to pay this ridiculous amount, then I won't get it. But it was only $20 to apply, obviously, so that I don't have any like money binding there. But we'll see.
So to be determined.
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon we'll find out.
It's exciting. Back to the city you go.
Yeah, this also is a good move-in time. It's like September 8th or something, which is nice because I again plan on being out east all August. Just Reed's family's coming to visit for a while, and it's just nice out there still. It's pretty hot in the city. But in September, when everyone's kind of back from all their vacations, and events have been happening here in the city, but not nearly as much as they are in like the fall and winter. Like actually a lot of events have been out east. So work-wise, like in September, I would like to be back as well. So it's a good move-in time.
Yeah.
And and I'm like girl mathing it out. I'm like, I'll save like a month and a half of rent kind of because I won't be paying anything in August and part of September. So
yeah,
we'll see.
So it'll work out.
Yeah. And if we don't get this apartment, it's really not a big deal. Like if it's too much, it's like, time. Okay, LOL. Yeah. Anyway, okay, what were your questions?
What are my questions?
Well, people's questions. Oh, I have another question for you. How much money would you have to be paid to compete in? You don't even have to win or anything. You just have to actually go through and like really commit and do it to compete in a bodybuilding competition.
No.
Like how much money would you have to be paid? There has to be an amount in the world. There's nothing.
I do not have that drive.
I don't either. But I'm saying if somebody was like $5 million, you do it for like a couple of months to prep and do everything.
I think I would develop the worst ED if I tried to do that. I'm not even kidding.
No, completely agree. They basically are like.
But I'm saying, like, after it was over, I had the money. I think I would still be so fucked up in the head that it wouldn't be like.
Okay.
It's so hard to talk about these scenarios because obviously it's like when it's like in front of you, like you probably would think of it differently. But like, I just cannot imagine myself having the drive to like not eat my fucking Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Or like not like be in the gym 7 days a week. I don't think I would ever have that.
Yeah. It is.
And I think I would be so mentally mind fucked afterwards that I'd be ruined for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I watch a girl on TikTok who's like competing right now. Or like she's in the process of it because they're always like, have my first cheat meal with me after 12 weeks. And it's like that eating a burger for the first time in like however long. But I think, yeah, like, well, I mean, I just wouldn't like to do it at all.
Yeah.
And the exercises that they do, like the lifting and everything, like I used to do stuff like that and I could do it, but like I don't have the desire to do that. Like now, obviously I like doing like my Pilates and calling it good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would never choose to do one, but I mean, if somebody offered me like a couple $100,000, I would do it.
Yeah. Like if it was in front of me, maybe I think differently. But right now it's like, no.
Yeah. But Jazz is like you're like a committer where it's like if you were gonna do it, like I would see you committing so hard where it'd be like,
yeah. Once I decide, I decide.
Yeah. No. You're like, she's like
all
0 to 100.
Yeah.
It's just even like cleaning this room, like you're like, it's gonna be clean today, and it's like everything's fucking spotless, and it's like that's how you would
steam mopped the floors in here.
Yeah, that's crazy. And like 2 days ago, it was probably like crusted Taco Bell on the ground.
Like,
I'm totally kidding, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to do bodybuilding competition, but respect to the people that do it. That's crazy.
Good boys.
I probably already kind of look like a bodybuilder with the spray tan. And because they don't tan their faces when they do the spray or whatever, and I don't tan my face. I will say that it does make me put on makeup like basically every day. Like I feel the need to get a little bit ready because I wake up looking,
self-tan?
Because like there's self-tan up to my neck.
Oh, okay.
And then my face is just pale white.
So
and what?
I was gonna say, so when you're exfoliating with the KP bump eraser from First Aid Beauty, you put it all the way up to your neck.
Yeah. Like shoulders, maybe I don't like go on my neck because
shoulders, knees and toes.
Your decolletage or whatever is a little bit more sensitive.
What's that?
I think your neck.
Oh, okay.
Like the skin on your neck is really thin, so you wouldn't probably want to exfoliate there. But I'll do it like all up on my collarbones and shoulders and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of the KP bump eraser, I've been unwell because I have not had it because I am staying.
Okay. You've been in the city for the past week.
Yeah, I've been at the city, and I didn't bring.
I have some here.
Oh, I will take it from you.
I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been showering at Reed's apartment, and he's like giving boy shower times a million. Where it's like this soap probably costs like 98 cents. Like it's one of those just like suave, cheapest thing you see at CVS and you just grab it
and call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of the bump eraser right now because I went to the site and I got my money off.
Oh, firstabeauty.com/diaries.
Mm-hmm. I stocked up at my facial radiance pads too.
Okay.
Yeah. Got rid of my chicken skin on my arms. It's really improved just even after like one use. I remember like how much of a difference it made way back when.
Yeah.
But 3 times a week, consistency is key.
Love that. Yeah, I definitely need some because it's been like a solid week since I've used that at least. Yeah. But if you guys want to get some for yourself, you can go to firstaidbeauty.com/diaries. That's firstaidbeauty.com/diaries. DIARIES.
Period. But yeah, no. Also, you get 20% off whatever's on the site too.
Yeah.
If you go there, not just
and they really do have
not just the bump eraser, but there's so much good stuff on there.
Yeah.
But the bump eraser ultra repair cream combo, unmatched. Mm-hmm. Just switching from not wanting to be married / wedding to loving it. Obviously I wanted to elope. Obviously I'm no longer eloping. And like I didn't really want to have a wedding. Kevin's like, well, let's have a small wedding. And I was like, if we're gonna have a wedding, then we're gonna do a big wedding. So big wedding it is. And I'm enjoying the process, and I'm actually like having fun with it now. And like, I think I wouldn't have like. People that I talk to are like, oh, like we regretted having a wedding, like just elope. And I'm like, okay, but like you know that because you had a wedding. And I think I'd rather regret having a wedding, like, oh, that was a lot of money down the drain, than be like, oh, I wonder what it would like to have a wedding.
Exactly. Because, like, you're not really missing out on, like, eloping necessarily. Because it's not really... You could always go renew a vow privately or something or do whatever. But you can't... It's like how I felt about not going to a real college. It's like I went to New York City. You can always live in New York City, but you can never go back to college. And I kind of did regret, oh, fuck, I didn't go to college. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like... So I do think have the wedding. And if you regret it...
It's already done.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not going to regret the fact that, like, I enjoyed, like... I'm not going to regret the fact that like I got to celebrate like my love like with people I care about.
You're also not going to regret it. Like I understand being like opportunity cost, maybe like, okay, the amount of money I spent on this for like how much fun I had, maybe like you don't feel equals out or something, but you're not going to be like, unless something goes horribly wrong, like this wedding sucked. I'm mad I had it.
Yeah. So I feel good about it, but again, it's just like, it was originally just going to make a smaller type of thing. And then just like grew because then like if we're gonna do it, I want to do it like big, basically.
Yeah, go big or go home. I just want to say one thing, because there's a couple like questions on here or whatever, and it just made me think of it. Like, I just think that whatever. I'm not gonna get into whatever people are saying because it's not true, but it's so weird. Like, just don't believe everything you see online. Shit's not always true. It's so weird. Like, I get comments all the time that are just trying to like start some shit. Like. Did you see like people like trying to accuse like Reed of like cheating on me or something like that, and I'm like, well, we actually were together all last night, so how would that be possible? But people are in my comments like, you know, Reed made out with Riley last night. Like somebody literally commented on my video, and I'm like, well, that's not really possible because he didn't leave my eyesight, but okay. So anyway, that's all I have to say.
Okay, someone asked why Carly isn't a bridesmaid. I'm not that close to Carly anymore. I don't talk to her anymore. Like, it's not like there's a big beef, crazy falling out that everyone thinks there is. We're just not close. Like, and people that are in my wedding, I am close to, and I speak with like on a daily basis. I haven't spoken to her recently, not because like there's anything like mean or bad going on. We just like don't really talk anymore. Like, we talked a lot because we had the podcast, and when she left the podcast, we didn't really have anything to talk about. Like, it's not like some weird, odd thing. We just haven't really chatted much since. Like, we chat when I see her at events. And, like, if something comes up, like, we'll text. But, like, we just don't really talk that much anymore. Like, we're not that close. But, like, she's invited to the wedding. But, like, everyone who's in the wedding, I've been either friends with for a very long time, or I talk to them extremely often at this point in time. But it's nothing crazy.
Period.
Did you say you have stuff written down, or?
I have 2 more. Wait. Oh, I have 3 things.
But also, I don't owe an explanation. Like, it's my wedding. Like, it's literally my wedding.
Speaking of your wedding, kind of transitioning, I was wondering how I've seen like some videos and I was like, that's so true. There's so many double standards I feel like with men and women where I just am like, oh, like it is even interesting with like the presidential candidates, how everyone, Trump and Biden are the names, but everyone's like Kamala. Everyone calls her first name, not like Harris. Like I feel like nobody calls her by her last name. And it almost is just like a slight sign of like respecting women less than men. And everyone's like, I've seen TikToks, it's like, can we call her by her last name like we do for every other candidate? Like there's not one candidate in history you wouldn't be like Teddy. You're like Roosevelt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you never say the last name or the first name. But with Kamala, nobody says Harris. Everyone's like Kamala. Like I'm even doing it.
I never really thought about it, honestly, you brought it up.
Yeah. But anyway, same kind of thing I thought was interesting. And I was like, that is so fucking true. I feel like, obviously, and I'm not, obviously, this is not applying to Kevin himself. It's just in general, like men's bachelor parties, you usually are like, oh, I hope, like they go to Vegas and you're like, I hope he doesn't cheat on me like with a stripper. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of vibe where not always I'm like, obviously like whatever, but whatever men do, it's always just whatever they do. It doesn't matter. But women always have like a bunch of printed out, not always, I'm obviously exaggerating, but like a lot of bachelorette parties I've seen have like printed out faces of like the groom and like little dicks everywhere, and like it's a very much whatever, and people are like, can we stop centering our bachelorette parties around men? I've seen TikToks of this, and like men would never do that for women. Like you've never seen a bachelor party.
It's less common, but it happens.
Okay, I've personally never seen, but I'm sure, I'm not saying no one in history has ever done it. I'm just saying like from what I have seen, I guess men also aren't on TikTok where whatever they're posting about their bachelor parties as often. But you usually don't see.
It's definitely like more so a girl thing.
Like guys printing out the bride's face and like having like vagina shaped things or whatever it may be. And I do think that's interesting. And I think it's fun to do I don't think there's anything wrong with the printing out the groom's face and doing that whole that's kind of the joke of a bachelorette in a sense. It's like, that's the last dick you're ever going to have. So a lot of things are usually whatever shaped if you want to do it like that. I don't think there's anything wrong. But I do think like if I was doing that, I'd be like, his better be the same fucking way or I'm not printing out his face everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I never really thought about it like in that sense. I think it's just like it happens to be like a girlier thing where girls are like creative and crafty, so like they're more likely to do that kind of stuff. But I don't think like a man not doing that is because like they're not thinking about it. I think it's just like they're not crafty.
Maybe, I guess. Like I mean, I think there's like less planning that goes into theirs, as a whole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something like most girls, like there's like inspo, like they're like looking up inspo, and like that's what most people do. So like they do the same thing, and the cycle continues. But like men aren't like, what should we do for the bachelor party to like put in people's goodie bags or like to wear on the plane? Like they don't really have that same like type of thinking. I don't feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, this is like a really random memory I had, but I don't know why this is like stuck in my brain. I will never forget one time. This is extremely, extremely random. I'm just warning everybody right now. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with anything. But I remember one time a couple friends were like having a sleepover. And I was like maybe 12 or 13. And my parents were laying on the couch, and they were like laying like kind of how we are sitting right now if you are watching the video version, and my mom had her leg like up like this, and my dad was like massaging her foot, and but it was like kind of, I guess, like on his like where his belly button is where her foot was, and then he was like massaging her foot. Okay. And I remember one of my friends came up to me in my room. I was upstairs and she had like gone down to get water or something, and my parents were sitting on the couch watching TV. And she was like, your dad is masturbating on the couch right now. And I remember I was like, what? Like, I barely even knew what that was. I was like so horrified. And I like walked downstairs and I see I'm like, if you had looked for more than 0.5 of a second, you would have, like, that's such a weird thing to come up and fucking tell me that. And it's like, he's literally massaging my mom's foot. And I remember I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And it's like always stuck in my head that like my friend thought my dad was like masturbating on the couch. And he just like simply wasn't.
What prompted that thought? I know you said it was very random.
I think I was like, I don't know. I don't know what made me think of that, but I was like really, and I like honestly like always thought of that friend differently at that point. You know, when like a little thing happens and you're just
like, just like it's done.
It's like when like somebody calls me Haley, And like I've known them for too long for them to be doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll never think of you the same way.
That's so fair. Someone said they found out that their boyfriend, now husband, has been texting with his ex while he was in Europe last summer. I found out because I went through his phone. That's bad, I know. But should I bring it up to him or should I not bring it up because of how I found out about it?
It's her husband?
Mm-hmm.
I'd just be like, I was on your phone.
But they've been married since. First of all, you clearly went through his phone because you thought something was in there.
At that point, also, I mean, I guess it depends on what you're planning on doing. If you're going to break up with him because he was like essentially cheating on you, I would be like, who gives a fuck? I'd be like, yeah, I went through your phone, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I guess if you want to come at it from a more...
I just feel like you shouldn't feel bad that you found something. He should feel bad that he did something that was there to be found.
Exactly.
And so like, yeah, fucking bring it up.
Oh yeah, definitely bring it up.
And it's clearly fucking bothering you, and as it should, because it's fucking weird as shit.
No, that's bizarre.
And like, if there was text, there's probably more fucking shit than you know about.
Yeah.
But I would go into it with, I went through your phone. Do you want to tell me anything? And I wouldn't give the timeline and see what he confesses to.
Yeah, I think that's always like let them tell you.
Yeah.
Because
also, if this was like, this happened like last summer, but you found it like more recent, like I would bet there's other shit going on that you don't know about. So like, let him tell you everything.
Yeah.
And be like, anything else? And see what all you get.
Yeah. It'd be like when your mom, like when my mom would do that to me, and like I'd be like, she'd be like, is there anything you want to tell me? And I'd be like, okay, fine. It'd be some awful thing I did.
Well, Tom's house was broken into.
Literally. But it's like my mom only knew that like
the first part, like a fraction.
Yeah, and then I'd be like, "Why'd I just tell her everything?" Like,
yeah.
And then she's like acting like, "Yeah, I knew that," but then I find out later like she didn't know that at all.
So definitely find out, in my opinion.
This is kind of random. I literally did I talk about this? I've told you this, but I don't remember if I've said this in the podcast. I'll make it like really concise. But I have been like, I never even had anxiety. I swear to God, until I met you. I'm just kidding, obviously. But it's because of social media, I think, is what really started for me to first even experience anxiety at all, where I was like, oh, because I just feel like when I didn't feel like I was being perceived at all, I had literally no cares in the world. Like I didn't give a fuck. But now it is like, oh God, like, oh, whatever. But it's turned into just like actual literal anxiety, which is fucking annoying, where it's like, I don't get anxiety on the regular. I don't wake up with it. I don't really get it about really anything. But I have been having just anxiety about like like when I've been getting like services done, like even getting the lymphatic drainage massage today. Like I get not like I know that anxiety is not rational. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's not about anything. It's literally just I'm like she's like gonna kill me right now. Like that's what I think in my head, and it makes no sense. Like not like she's gonna stab me. Just like this massage is going to kill me. You're like on edge. I don't know why. It's just like, yeah. And I got a facial, and like this girl had asked me like, oh, is it okay if I pour this mask over your eyes? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you're not claustrophobic. I'm like, no. And then she did it. And I was like, please, can you take this off? Please take it off of me. Because I couldn't open my eyes. They were like glued shut for like 15 minutes or however long this mask was on. And she was like, no. Like it's like it has to cool or like dry to your face before I can peel it off. So I literally sat there and I had a full blown panic attack. Like my whole body was like going numb, and I was just like, "There's no reason for this," but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not rational, like you said. When it happens, it happens.
Also, another thing, I swear to God, I just like manifest shit into my life where this makes no sense, but I have never in my life had contact dermatitis before, ever. Didn't even know what that was. I watched a TikTok. I got my nails done. Literally got my nails done. I watched a TikTok right after I got my nails done. Like, whatever. It was like finding out you can get contact dermatitis from gel powders and gel whatever. And I was like, oh, like whatever. And then I had it in my brain that you could get contact dermatitis. I looked down at my arm. I have contact dermatitis, like a small little patch of whatever. It's just these little bumps. But I'm like, that is so bizarre because I've gotten my nails done with gel quadrillion times. I had no idea this thing existed. Then I watch one video and like 3 days later I have it. It's so weird.
But the timing of that is definitely. I have some.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you some.
Okay, thanks. It's not even itchy.
I used to have it on my eyelids.
I get weird little skin things all the time. Fucking ringworm, whatever. apparently there's an STD that
I
is
saw that
ringworm.
on TikTok.
Yeah. And people tag me in all the time. They're like, you have this. I'm like, I don't think
thank
so.
you.
But thank you.
There's like 7 questions in here about how to handle long distance. I feel like it's because it's like somewhere people are like back with people and like they're not about to like go away.
Yeah.
Like a lot of our listeners are. I don't have fucking long distance tips. Bitch, I'm fucking married. I'm home.
Yeah.
Okay, like I live with my man. Like I'm not the person to ask, and so does she. We don't do long distance. I did long distance my first semester and only semester of college, and it turned out like shit. I was miserable. I should have broke up with that man before I went, so I didn't have to waste my fucking time not having a good time.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
I'm not saying you should everyone
No.
should break up with a man, but there's some of you who should, and you know who you are. Because if you're asking us on Instagram if you should break up with your boyfriend or not, the answer is yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say for long distance advice, maybe go to Lauren Tibby. I know she's been
She talks about it a lot.
She talks about it, and she has been doing it for like 2-something years.
She's been doing it her entire relationship.
Yeah, her entire relationship. Like, and they don't have an end in sight. And he lives in Greece, and she lives here, so it's like real long distance. It's not like 2 hours long distance. But I think long distance, in a sense, if you can make it work and it is working, I think that's like, honestly, like you're the realest fucking couple out there because you can make a relationship.
It speaks volumes to a relationship and how much you love and care about each other.
Yeah.
If you're willing to make all that stuff happen.
Yeah, completely.
But I think when the relationship starts to have more cons than pros, or it's making your life more negatively impacted than positively impacted from like what you have together, like that's when it's not supposed to be how it is.
And even I think like for me, I think like it just wouldn't fit into my lifestyle and I wouldn't like it and it wouldn't work because I also am like very busy with shit where I don't have the time to really like, I mean, like I do and I could make things work, but at the same time, like going to visit somebody to add that would make my life feel so chaotic. I have dogs, things like that. Like it wouldn't work for my lifestyle. So it doesn't matter how great I thought a person was. Like that could be like, if we lived in the same city, we would be like dating for sure and I would be so happy, but I just don't think like long distance is for me. I like to be around somebody and I don't think like FaceTime dates or anything. I mean, again, like I would make it work if it was like I knew there was an end and it was like coming. I just don't think like I would want to get myself into a long distance relationship, but I don't think anybody does want to do that. I think it just ends up happening.
Yeah.
Like, I love drinking. I think it's so fun. It's like literally my favorite activity to like just go get fucked up with people that are on your level and also want to go get fucked up. Like that's so fun. But again, I don't want, but I love, as much as I love doing it, I'm like, I know it's bad. And I also don't want to do it every day or even close to that, or even like maybe like pushing it once a week because I don't like how I feel like the next day. Like the next day, it just always is like, I always just feel meh. Like I just feel gross, whatever. It takes like a full 24 hours for I feel like all that to get out of my system. So it's just such a hard balance of like,
figuring out the balance.
yeah. Like I just love to, I love to drink. I think it's so fucking fun. I wish you could just like erase all of it from you then the next day.
That would be a dream.
Yeah. It's not even like, again, because it's not like I don't obviously have like a puking hangover like you where I'm down bad in that sense. It's like.
But it's not even just that, because even when I'm not like puke sick, I feel mentally exhausted.
It's like, yeah.
And not even like a anxiety, like nothing bad happened. I'm just like,
yeah. It's like brain fog. And also, this is weird. No food to me ever tastes good the next day when I'm like, whatever. It's like, no matter what, I could think of like a million things that I would normally love to eat and be so excited to eat. And I'm like, meh about everything. Like I'll eat and I'm just like, this is not even good. Like last night I got like a 12-chair salad and I love that place. So fucking good.
Yeah.
Was really excited to eat my salad and haven't had it in a really long time. I'm like eating it and I was just like, this just tastes like meh. Like I was just like not even feeling it. And normally I'd be so fucking excited. I was eating pickles. I was eating all of this stuff. Wasn't hitting for me because no food will hit for me when I'm like a hangover.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
Because food be hitting for me.
Really?
Food's going to do it for me every single time.
It just doesn't taste good. I don't know. I can't explain it. Nothing tastes good to me the day after. It doesn't matter what it is before people are like, oh, it's because you're eating a salad. One, I think a salad tastes good. Two, it doesn't matter what I ate. Like nothing is like, wow. Like, okay. On days I have a hangover like that, which I get those a lot, but I will say like when where were we? Reed and I were at Breakaway in Tampa. Very random, whatever. I remember I woke up and like I was so hungover I could like barely stomach anything, but I ate these like breakfast potatoes that are just like when they like literally just bake potatoes in the oven in those little cubes.
Yeah.
Like whatever. I ate like a whole fucking plate just of those with some ketchup because again, I said love ketchup. It was mostly the ketchup that was doing it for me. They were so fucking good, and that was the food that just hit the hardest for me in like years. Like I was just like, wow, these potatoes with this ketchup right now. I just ate like an entire plate of that, and that hits so good. So it depends.
That's how I feel about my hotel oatmeal.
Okay.
With the correct brown sugar. Like, I want to go back to the Beverly Hills Hotel just so I can eat it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like hungover wise, obviously. But
I know, I'm talking about
just in general.
Yeah. But you said hotel, so I thought like that got in my head. And I'm just like, I really miss that oatmeal.
Yeah.
Well, it's been so real. It's been so fun. We'll see you guys next week and have a good one. That rhymed.
Thanks for watching, guys.
TTYL.
Bye.